Welcome to the II Preview Show with me, Davey B and Doncaster. We're going to be previewing this evening's meeting at Doncaster, which is live on RPTG TV and SIS. Let's get into the action. Race 1 is a A2 over 483 metres. Gemma's Cane in 1, Bring It On Buddy in 2, 008 in 3, Cherokee Chief in 4, A Long Road in 5, and in 6, Ballymac McGrath. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I sided with Gemma's Cane. She's been bet from sort of 9 to 4, 6 to 4 best price now. She's like 5 to 4, sort of 6 to 5 general. I think she's very short at them sort of prices. As the market stands at the minute, I think Bring It On Buddy would be a sort of a value play. But if you ask me to pick the winner, I'd be with Gemma's Cane. The 2 and the 3 are both slow starters. The 3's crying out for further in towards the rails. The 4's going to cut in a little bit as well. If the 1 holds the 4, I think that's where she'd win the race. She's not a certainty to hold the 4, but I think she would off a level break. The 6 is going to cut down on the 5. The 5 can't lead, so I can't really have it. Like I say, I had the race. I had Gemma's Cane around about 2 to 1-ish. She's too short now for me. But yeah, I'd be with. I think she's the most likely winner, but I think at the prices, I'd be with Bring It On Buddy. At around about 8 to 1-ish.
Are you going Dutch, or are you just going with Bring It On Buddy?
If I'm going to put a bet up, I'm going to put it up as a bet. I'll put Bring It On Buddy up as a bet each way, 8 to 1.
So Doncaster's selection in race 1 is Bring It On Buddy each way. Race 2 is an A2 over 483 metres. Khalid Court in 1, Basander Ranger in 2, Milcroft Fred in 3, Bellagio Bonbon in 4, and in 5, Tom's Rambo, and in 6, Keedy Kane. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I actually think the 6 is the most likely. 15 to 8 with Sky Bet would be a touch big, I think. Look, the 4 will hold the 5 to the corner. The 1's going to lead the inside because the 2 and the 3 have got no early pace. The 6, missed the break the last 2 weeks and paced up like an absolute lunatic to the corner. Keedy stay that strong, but it's going to have the right dogs in behind it here. I think at 15 to 8, it's a spot of value. Look, if he breaks level, he's going to go probably 5-6 lengths clear and have Bellagio Bonbon or Achille Court in behind him, which I don't think can come from 4 or 5 lengths off him. So everything's going to depend on the break. If he comes away level, he's a winner. But it also needs the 4 to stop the 5 to the corner as well. I think 11 to 2, the 5 is a bit of value as well. But yeah, if I'm going to put anything up here, it'd be Keedy Kane at 15 to 8 with Sky Bet.
So Doncaster's selection in race 2 is trap 6, Keedy Kane. Race 3 is an A3 over 483 metres. Fein Sissy in 1, Springwell Fixer in 2, Easy Catch in 3, Nighttime Champ in 4, Only One in 5, and Destiny's Child in 6. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
I thought this was a really tough race. I had the 6 actually favourite. It's going to lead out wide. The 1's got a really good makeup again, but I don't think it beat the 3 the last time they met. But the 3 did everything wrong. It was in the 2 that day, and it hit the 3 dog that day. So I couldn't really have the 1, to be honest. I've gone top price about that. The 5 beat the 1 fair and square the last time they met as well. So. But yeah, I thought the 6 would lead wide. The only danger is if the 3 gets to the corner within sort of a length or so, and then she runs mega wide off the corners. So if the 3 was to nip up the inside, then it'd be game on. But I thought either 6 or 3 would be the most likely winners. But at 100 to 30, I mean, Sky Bet 100 to 30, 365, and Mansion Bet, whoever they are. I think they've started sponsoring someone actually, some tracks. But yeah, I don't know if anyone can get a bet with them, but I think at like 100 to 30, 3 to 1. I think she's a bit too big. I had her more like 2 to 1. So yeah, Destiny's Child for me.
So Doggesser's selection in race 3 is trap 6, Destiny's Child. Race 4 is a D3 over 275 metres. Redrick Josh in 1, Coltown Becker in 2, Washing Bell in 3, Titanium in 4, Time Limit in 5, and Custodian in 6. Doggesser, what do you fancy?
If anyone's watched the race back from last week, Titanium, Custodian, and Coltown Becker, the 2, 4, and 6, they're all reopposing again today. The 4 fell out, but it does that every week. Showed lunatic pace up to the corner and ran up the back of the 6. The 6 did well to stay on its feet, to be honest, but the 4 lost absolutely lengths in running. The 2 has a slow starter inside it, but it's got early pace, the 1. I think they tell the 1 and the 2. The 3 and the 5 just look completely outgraded. But look, if the 4 gets any sort of a run and decided it wanted to come away, then it'd be a winner. I think the 5 to 2 with Paddy's and Betfair's too big. I was more 7 to 4. That'd be the one for me. Yeah, Titanium. But again, it's one of them sort of dogs. It'll miss the break, pace up, run into the back of something, and then you'll be like, oh, I want to be on that next week. That's just the type of dogs these tootsies are. Like, they're just infuriating dogs. But yeah, 5 to 2, I'd be willing to take it.
So Doggesser's selection in race 4 is trap 4, Titanium. Race 5 is a D4 over 275 metres. Yeah, in trap 1. Eden Simba in 2. Be Proud in 3. Lady Mystical in 4. Bitview Mia in 5. And in 6, Lutton's Ross. Doggesser, what do you fancy?
I was with Eden Simba. I made him favourite. The 1 showed really good pace on debut, and then did something at the bend. I don't quite know what, but it's a up and I could forgive it. The 2 held the 4 and the 3 comfortably last time. The 1 buried the 6 and the 5 to the corner. Well, the 3 and the 4, the only way they win is if there's some trouble, and then that'd bring the 4 into it. The 3, 6, and 5, I just can't have it all, to be honest. It just depends what the 1 does at the corner. It's a really tough one now. I mean, I wouldn't want to put the 1 up, but I'd sooner take the 3 to 1 about Eden Simba than I would play the 9 to 4 the 1. I thought Simba should be favourite. The dog that was in front of him last time got a pick zig, wouldn't be as fast as Simba to the corner, so it'd have to find a little bit to get to something like Simba. So yeah, I'm with Eden Simba at 3 to 1 it is with Sky Bet. I think it's a little bit too big.
So Doggesser's selection in race 5 is trap 2, Eden Simba. Race 6 is another sprint. It's a D3 over 275 metres. Kingsmill Coyote in 1, Ballymac Rita in 2, Drumlean Jenny in 3, Ballymac CC in 4, Wee Rocco in 5, and in 6, Lutton's Matty. Doggesser, what do you fancy?
I'm with Wee Rocco. Look, the market's about right for this race. I couldn't really have a bet here, if I'm being honest. The the dog's just drawn really. 4's going to move in sort of towards the 2 and 3 lane. The 6 isn't the speed of the 5. The 5 will just lead out wide. The 1 could make a mess with the 2 and the 3 both moving in a bit, and the 4 moving in. So the 5's just the most drawn dog. But at 5 to 2, I could probably leave him be. I had him about 5 to 2. But yeah, so I'm with Wee Rocco, but yeah, again, there's nothing strong on the race.
So Doggesser's selection in race 6 is trap 5, Wee Rocco. Race 7 is another sprint, believe it or not. It's a D4 over 275 metres. Lutton's Victoria in 1, Thank the Bank in 2, Lutton's Dawn in 3, Dream on Penny in 4, Eden Bolt in 5, and in 6, Ballymac Biljo. Doggesser, what do you fancy?
There's literally 2 runners here. Thank the Bank, if anyone's watched the run from last week. Fell out the cans, showed pace everywhere, run into the back of something, run into something on the home straight. Now it's toot same as Titanium earlier on. And they are notorious skin, they're just absolute skinners, these dogs. But anything sort of even money plus here, I'd be happy to take a chance with it. The dog is completely different speed. The 5 would be the only danger, but it's drawn too wide in 5. It wants the 3 box. Ballymac Biljo doesn't really run the corners. The 4 can, the 4 never really misses the break as such, so that'll be in the 5's way. And the 1 and the 3 was buried off the 2 last week. So yeah, I'm with Thank the Bank. I think it'd be a nap. I know it's been 15 to 2 early with 365 for about 4 seconds.
At £3.65.
Yeah, even 6 to 4, 11 to 8, 5 to 4. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, anything sort of even money plus, just go and mop it up and just pray that it doesn't run into the back. This is the nap.
So Doncaster's selection in race 7 is trap 2, Thank the Bank. Hopefully, if you're on the blue, you'll be in the queue. Race 8 is a B3 over 450 metres. Folks caught Ella in 1, Moneygall Lad in 2, Rosander Roseanne in 3, Ghoulain Paddy in 4, Harlequin Lucy in 5, and in 6, Broadland Blaze. Dog guesser, I know what you fancy.
You do. I am with Broadland Blaze. It's a downgrade. The last run, the Fane Bjork dog absolutely pinged the lids. Barring anything like that happening again here, he's going to trap level and he'd beat these to the corner. He was going up with Cloudy and Bright not long back. He's in a much weaker race here. I'm not saying he's any sort of a certainty, but I make him more of a 7 to 4, 13 to 8 chance. The 11 to 4 with Sky Bet's too big. I thought the only other runner in the race was the red. Folks caught Ella, who will probably lead the inside. The rest would have to lead or be handy, apart from Ghoulain Paddy, who I can't see getting a run. The 3 and the 5 can't lead, so I can't have them. The 2 I don't think can lead. He did a lot of running last week, but it was in behind a dog that's really short at the distance. But yeah, Broadland Blaze for me, I think is one of the better things. And I think the 11 to 4 is, well, too big.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 8 is trap 6, Broadland Blaze. Race 9 is a B4 over 450 metres. Wanted Tara in 1, Holt Mill Tigger in 2, Barnfield Lily in 3, Barbershop in 4, Abernathy Pearl in 5, and in 6, Wanted Stacey. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
Yeah, I'm with Wanted Stacey. The 2 wants the 4 box, so I couldn't have the 3 on that basis. There's been money for the 3 actually, but the 2's going to take care of the 3. There's a couple of theories out there that the 3 might get a run if it doesn't come away, but look, it's going to. I don't know. I can't see it getting a run personally, but each to their own. The 5's going to move in. The 4 and the 4 and the 3 were buried off the 6 last week. All Wanted Stacey has to do is trap better. She came away in a 240 odd last week. She walked out the cans. The other drawn dog in the race is the 1. I think the 9 to 2, the 1 is far too big. I'd be happy enough to play. I'd be happy enough to Dutch them, to be honest, at 15 to 8 and 9 to 2. The 2 Wanted dogs, Stacey and Tara. But if I had to pick anything for the race, I'd be with Wanted Stacey at 15 to 8.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 9 is trap 6, Wanted Stacey. He almost went Dutch though. Race 10 is a B3 over 450 metres. Tina's Turn in 1, Not a Vegan in 2, Painted Clouds in 3, Liz Duffella in 4, George in 5, and in 6, Ballymac Schmidt. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
I thought this was a real bad race to try and unpiece. The 6 looks like he's sore. He's not really going around the bends that well, showing good pace in straights. The 5 is just George. We know what he's like. He is what he is. You know, the 1, 2, 3, 4 are all looking a bit of a mess to me. If I had to put anything up, I'd put Ballymac Smith up at 11-2. But being honest, it's not a race I'd want to really get involved with. No, it's a no bet race for me. But Ballymac Smith at 11-2 would be a little bit big, but I couldn't really tell anyone to go and back him.
So Doncaster's selection in race 10 is trap 6, Ballymac Schmidt. He'll end up chinning something on the line. Race 11 is a B6 over 450 metres. Ballymac Darrell in 1, Bernie Bolt in 2, Red Brick Riley in 3, Zari China in 4, Liz Duff Jet in 5, and in 6, Luton's Rona. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
Another race that I found difficult, to be honest. The 5's going to move in. The 6 is well drawn, but it's not good enough. The last time the 1 and the 2 met, the 2 was led by the 1, but then the 2 took it up down the back and beat the 1. The 3 had have to come away to lead them both. The 4 can go to the bend, but it's got the 5 cutting down on it. At the prices, I don't really like anything, to be honest. It's not a race I'd want any, I'd want to bet in. So there's no real selection for the race either, to be honest. It's just a no bet watching brief.
So race 11 is a no bet. Race 12 is a B2 over 450 metres. Bitview Out in 1, Jets Black Gale in 2, Black Hurricane in 3, In the Pause in 4, Charlie's Escape in 5, and in 6, Slaneyside Tory. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
Again, I think the market's about right. There's been money for the Martin Athorn trained Jets Black Girl in Trap 2. It's got a lot of pace around it in Black Hurricane and Bitview on its inside. Charlie's Esque is a slow starter that I couldn't really have against these class of dogs. The 6 beat the 1 fair and square last week, but it got on the skin. I think the 4 will lead wide here. That'd be my pick in the race. The 3, the trials are a little bit concerning. Sean is a very, very good trainer. He keeps his dogs very fit, but I just think the trials are a bit under par for it. The 4 guaranteed to lead wide if it comes away. Whereas I think the insides might be a bit of a muddle. So yeah, I'd be within the pause. At 100-30 with Sky Bet, I think it's a little bit too big, but again, it's nothing I'd really fancy strong there.
So Doncaster's selection in race 12 is trap 4, In the Pause. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.